incredible win and incredible toughness, man. I'm going to tell you what. Yeah. This football team is as tough as I've ever seen it, and it's not stopping. It is not finished. Hey, we're going to celebrate this. We need everybody getting healthy, getting those treatments. We got a big challenge next week, man. Hey, we're learning something about ourselves every game. We pick each other up along the way. Someone goes down, somebody steps up. Somebody else goes in, they step up, man. A true team and a lot of love for each other, man. Super proud of you guys, man. We knew what was in front of us coming down here. Good football team. 60 minutes. That's what it's going to take. It's going to take it again next week. All right.
We stay here. We don't fucking blink, all right? We get one more.
That's right.
That's the reward for doing what we did today. We get one more. Now we got to go earn it again, all right? Love y'all, boys.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, win! Resilient, tough. That is Buffalo to a core, baby. How about those Buffalo Bills? Right here, baby! Right here! 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, win!
Hey everybody, and welcome into a special playoff edition of the Sean McDermott Show presented by Kaleida Health. Thanks for joining us, Sean. Thanks for giving us a couple minutes here. Busy week in the playoffs. What a crazy game in Jacksonville. 4 lead changes in the fourth quarter. A fantastic football game for people to watch. It's the first road win in the playoffs by the franchise since '92. I mean, it's been 30-plus years, and you went down and got it done. Describe the mindset of your club in that fourth quarter when it was so back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, back and forth game, like you said, just wanted to stay resilient. We knew going down there it was going to be a 60-minute game or more, and that's what it proved to be. So that's what we expected, and the guys did a phenomenal job in the fourth quarter.
Well, I mean, you got to talk. I mean, you got a Josh Allen-like performance from your quarterback, right? I mean, 80% completions. He had 3 touchdowns, 2 running and a throwing one. Once again, he's the first player in NFL history to have 2+ rushing TDs, 250 yards passing, an 80% completion percentage in a single game. First player in NFL history to have 25+ TDs and 8 rushing TDs in his playoff career. I mean, all that's great. But talk about his toughness and resilience and how that inspires the rest of your team.
Yeah, I mean, it starts with him, and it really just permeates through the entire team, right? And the organization, as we all know, with his toughness, his leadership, and what he's done both on and off the field, and in particular, most recently, this past weekend.
Right, yeah. So you got Khalil Shakir and Brandon Cooks. Shakir, 12 catches on 12 targets. Couldn't have been more efficient. And Cooks clutched 36-yard on that last drive. It's the first time Buffalo has had 8 different guys catch a pass in a playoff game. How do you see the trust Josh has in Cooks and Shakir going forward? I mean, Cooks hasn't been here that long. Khalil's been here for a while. Talk about the trust Josh has in those guys.
Well, that's the key, right? When you're a quarterback, you want to be able to trust the guys you're throwing it to, and you're seeing that develop. Obviously, he's had it with Khalil and then developing it now with Cooksey, and the big strike down the middle of the defense was huge for us on that last drive.
So you almost get emotional. You talk about Trey White and what he's been through in the last couple of years, and he had 3 passes defensed in this game, tipped the ball that led to the game-clinching interception. As this season has worn on, he's gotten further and further away from the injuries that he's overcome, and to see him how hard he has worked and how much better he's gotten during this season, man, he almost looks like his old self.
He does, and it's been great to watch. And this past weekend, him making that play. And again, it's like, a veteran player makes the play, tips the ball up in the air, and then the young player catches it and ends the game. And I don't know, what do you call that? It's just great to see and the great connection that the team has. And let's hope it continues.
Thanks, Coach. We'll catch up with you later in the show to get your final thoughts on facing the Broncos in Denver. And for you at home, stay with us. We'll be right back on the Sean McDermott Show.
Game Plan is presented by Energy Mart, the official energy supplier of the Buffalo Bills.
When we come back, Eric Wood gives us his breakdown of the win over the Jaguars and previews the divisional round of the playoffs. Later on, Dion Dawkins is mic'd up for the wild card win. Welcome back to the Sean McDermott Show, and it's time now to chop some wood with our good friend, radio analyst Eric Wood. A tough road game in the playoffs, something the Bills haven't done in over 30 years. They win a road playoff game. Early on, points were at a premium. It was a hard-fought game. Wow, makes you feel good when you can win a hard-fought game in the playoffs.
It does, and you get the come-from-behind victory at the end. You have the game sealer at the end with Josh Allen rushing it in for the touchdown, and then obviously Cole Bishop coming up with the interception. But this was a back-and-forth game, about as exciting as it gets. Two good teams going at it, and you knew it wasn't going to be easy. Jacksonville, maybe the hottest team in the league, having come in winning all 8 of their last 8 games. And so, tough test, but the Bills got it done.
Yeah, interesting, too, the recipe the Bills used offensively. They had 9 guys who were targeted in the passing game, 9 guys with a reception. Only 2 attempted runs. That was James Cook and Josh Allen. In the run game, the Bills put it in the hands of their 2 best players. In the passing game, man, they spread the wealth.
Yeah, it was tough sledding. This was the #1 rush defense in the league coming in, and they lived up to it. They bottled up James Cook. I thought they tackled extremely well throughout the entire game and not letting those explosive plays happen. And so the Bills didn't have to lean into other ball carriers. They simply said, okay, well, let's not beat our heads against the wall. Let's spread this ball around. And, you know, this everybody eats mentality lives on another week because different guys stepped up. Keon Coleman, who's been a healthy scratch for a majority of the second half of the season, he comes up with a big catch down the field. Brandon Cooks has a big game. Khalil Shakir, 12 catches on 12 targets was incredible. And there's a bunch of others that you could give credit to as well.
Well, as always, you win a big game like this, and your reward is an even bigger one. Bills go to Denver, meet an outstanding, big, nasty defense. We knew Jacksonville's defense was #1 against the run, but this Denver defense is really stout. They got a great pass rush, and this is really going to be another huge matchup for the Bills in the offense, as well as Bo Nix and Sean Payton as their head coach.
Yeah, this Denver defense is something else. They stop the run. They have the most sacks in the NFL. They're great on the back end of the defense. It's going to be a challenge, and it's going to require another strong effort from this Bills offense to put up enough points to get it done. But this team has shown that it can step up to the challenge each and every week, and so a lot of confidence in these coordinators to put together a game plan to let this Bills team go in there and get the W.
Good stuff, Eric. Thanks for spending some time with us. Travel safe to Denver. We'll hear you on the broadcast.
Okay, appreciate it, Steve.
Still to come on the Sean McDermott Show, Dion Dawkins is mic'd up for the wild card win over the Jaguars. Plus, we break down some next-gen stats in Sportsology.
Gabe, what are they doing in that pool? People swimming it. What are they doing? People swimming there, bro. Tell you, they be rolling them towels and shit. Towels in this. Wave your head around your head like a helicopter. Don't say it like a helicopter. It. Duval. Come on.
Hey, you're good. You're good. You're good. Welcome in.
We'll give a where we at. Better know who the is here. Big Dave.
Let's go, boys. All up to us today. It's all up to us. Love you, boys. Oh, line on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hold on. Let's go. Hey, I told him to let us work.
Let's work.
Come on, we here. We here. We here.
Here's the snap, and it's a keeper by Lawrence who lunges forward. And we're going to have to see where the spot has it.
Challenge. I'm challenging that. Challenge that. Short. Short, bro. Short. Short. I think it's short, bro. Yeah.
Here's the snap. It's a give to Allen. Lowers the shoulder, and he's over the goal line and in for the touchdown.
Oh, I didn't know he scored. Scored. I didn't know he scored. Hey, where's he at? Where's he at? He's here. 4-1, here. You good? I got 2 hands for you, my boy. You hear me? All right. And a big chest. And a face full of it. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, that's a big face. Hey, watch out, someone. We all right?
We all right.
We all right.
Good. You good?
You good?
All right, I'm good.
Just like that.
All right, baby.
See you on the other side, man.
Late orbit motion from Shakir. Makes the pass there. Looks for Kincaid, and he's got him. Who carries it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Hey, dog. You. That's what I'm saying. Sexy. Come on, baby.
Take down, baby.
Come on, baby.
Take down.
Touchdown. Touchdown. Touchdown, big boy. Get your up. Get your up. Touchdown, baby. Hey, Scally. Hey, give me that. One more, baby.
We might be down. We might be down. Just heads up. We might be down.
Hey, they can't take it 4 times in a row. Hey, it's about to be the same play, 4 plays in a row. Ooh, 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 hey! Come on! Come on! Let's go!
Lawrence back to pass, looking on an inbreaker, broken up and intercepted! Picked off by Cole Bishop!
It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over, baby. It's over. It's over, nigga. Over, nigga. What's up, boy? Come on. It's over. Hey, talk your shit. Talk your shit. Huh? Home game. Come on. Come on.
Next up on the Sean McDermott Show, we break down some next-gen stats in Sportsology. Plus, hear Coach's final thoughts on facing the Broncos in the Divisional Round.
Sportsology is presented by ECMC. ECMC, official healthcare provider of the Buffalo Bills.
Bills quarterback Josh Allen aced the test against the Jaguars in the wild card round. Allen chose the right answers, hitting on the short yardage plays when they were there and the big ones when he needed to. Allen completed 80% of his passes and was perfect, leading a game-winning drive going 5 of 5 with a huge 10-yard run on 4th and inches. Allen led his team to victory. Here's a look back at their big win in Jacksonville. Allen was Mr. Fourth Quarter, taking it to the next level when the game was on the line, completing 82% of his passes for 103 yards, 2 total touchdowns, and a 136 passer rating. Wide receiver Brandon Cooks had one of those crucial plays with less than 3 to play that led to Buffalo taking the lead. Allen hit Cooks for 36 yards to bring it to Jacksonville's 20. According to Next Gen Stats, the pass traveled an air distance of 43.9 yards. Just a few plays later, Allen's 10-yard quarterback sneak on 4th and inches increased Buffalo's win probability by almost 50%, going from 27.5% to 77.4%. That's the most probability added on a quarterback sneak since 2016, according to Next Gen Stats. The quarterback's 50% conversion rate on 3rd and 4th down and 70.9% completion percentage in the 4th quarter this season are the best in the NFL. Wide receiver Khalil Shakir was huge in this game, catching all 12 targets for 82 yards, joining Hall of Famer Thurman Thomas as the only Bills to record at least 10 receptions in a playoff game. To win, the Bills had to spread it out. 9 different players recorded a catch in the first half. That's the first time in a playoff game since 2022. The defense came up with some huge plays to help win the game. Linebacker Shaq Thompson and safety Cole Bishop each recorded an interception. It marked the first time Buffalo had multiple interceptions in a road playoff game since 1996. Buffalo's 3-point victory against the Jaguars marks their first road playoff win in the Josh Allen and Sean McDermott era and first as a franchise since 1992. The Bills now have a playoff win in 6 straight seasons, making them one of 4 teams all time to do so.
After the break, the crew from Buffalo Bills Weekly gives us their game preview for Saturday's Divisional Round game against the Broncos. Plus, Coach shares what it will take to get the win in Denver and advance to the AFC Championship.
The Bills are moving on to the Divisional Round. They're facing the number 1 seeded Denver Broncos. Buffalo's offense will once again be challenged with a tough-as-nails defense. The Broncos rush the passer better than anyone else. Their 68 sacks lead the league. What they do really frustrates offenses. It's hard to get into what you want to do on offense when playing a defense like them. Why are they so good at getting after the quarterback?
Well, they're an elite, talented group. I mean, look, just the guys up front, all across the board, elite talent. Whether you're talking about Nick Bonito off the edge, Jonathan Cooper on the other side, those two have combined for 22 sacks. They've got an all-pro at defensive tackle in Zach Allen. He gets on the edges of guards and centers and can penetrate. He drags down quarterbacks with one arm. So it's a talented group up front. We know the talent of the coverage people on the back end. Patrick Surtain, former Defensive Player of the Year. So it's really important for the Bills to get that run game going, to keep this defense honest and not let them tee off on Josh Allen in the pass game.
Yeah, when they tee off in the pass, I mean, that defense is in your face constantly. But Buffalo faced a top 5 defense last week in the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they were successful at beating them. They had to change their stripes to do so, leaning on the pass game instead of the run game. The tight ends and wide receivers got it done. So against another great defense, how does Buffalo beat them?
Yeah, I think if you get that run game, keeping that defense honest, you can use play action off of it, use that intermediate area behind the linebackers that might be cheating up, and use Kincaid and Shakir there in the middle of the field. And then I think you also have to adopt a quick release pass game. They do not give you enough time to let downfield routes develop very often. So the Bills used that successfully earlier in the season against a Chiefs defense that had a pass rush that was very effective earlier in the season. I think if they pull that tactic out and use it against the Broncos, they can effectively move the ball down the field.
The Broncos have won 13 out of their last 14 games, but they haven't been an explosive offense that's scoring 30 points consistently. They've struggled to stay on the field. 38% of their drives on offense end in a 3-and-out. That's 7th most in the NFL. Their final 3 games, the most points they scored was 20. So where will Buffalo's defense have some opportunities?
Yeah, I think what they have to do first is neutralize their run game, and the Broncos are not a great running team. Ever since they lost J.K. Dobbins to a season-ending injury, they've had trouble getting traction on the ground. They have small, shifty backs, so they've got to, the first guy to the ball has to get those guys on the ground. Tackling is important, obviously, but if they can make that Broncos offense one-dimensional, I think they can really cross up Bo Nix into some ill-advised decisions. He's been great in the fourth quarter this year. I think he's got 5 fourth-quarter comebacks, so when the chips are down, he's made some plays when things get chaotic. But I think this Bills defense can cross him up just like they have the other quarterbacks so far this season.
With a win, the Bills will be in the AFC Championship Game for the 3rd time since 2020.
For more from Brownie and Maddy, including insights from players and coaches, check your local listings for Buffalo Bills Weekly, also available on Buffalo Bills YouTube. Coach, back on the road in Denver, short week by a day. You're going to play the Saturday game after playing on Sunday. It's a rematch of the wild card matchup from a year ago. What's your message to your team on a short week and back-to-back road trips?
Well, we've got to prioritize rest. You know, we got back late Sunday night, and here we are on a short week, and now we're heading out Friday for Denver. So number 1 seed in the AFC, and really tough team, and as most number 1 seeds are, and at their place. So we're going to have to bring our toughness as well.
Bo Nix, second year as a starter. He's 24-10, led the NFL and with a 612 pass attempts. So he's been throwing it all over the yard. He's got 25 passing TDs. He's got 5 rushing TDs. He's a little bit along the lines of Josh. How have you seen Bo Nix and that offense evolve in his second year as a starter?
Well, he's definitely improved, you know, through the course of the season, and what Coach Payton does with quarterbacks, that's well known, and they've got a prolific defense and a really, to me, just as good of an offense. And so all 3 phases really, you know, move in the right direction.
Yeah, let's talk about that Broncos defense. Their second-ranked defense overall. Nick Bonito's got 14 sacks. Zach Allen named first-team All-Pro. And, of course, last year, Pat Surtain was the Defensive Player of the Year in the league. You know, what poses a greater challenge to your offense when you look at these guys? You got guys up front on that defense and guys in the back end. How do you handle that?
Well, when you have both, that means you probably got a chance of being a really good defense, and they are. So we've got to pick our spots, play really smart on the offensive side, manage the game well, and again, play complementary football.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in Denver. Travel safe. And to everybody at home, thanks for joining us on the Sean McDermott Show. We're presented by Kaleida Health. We will see you next time. And as always, go Bills.
Final Thoughts is presented by Toyota. Toyota is the official car and truck of the Buffalo Bills. The Sean McDermott Show is presented by Kaleida Health, the official healthcare system of the Buffalo Bills. By Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys. Call 684-COMP today. And by Toyota. Toyota is the official car and truck of the Buffalo Bills.